In today's video, I'm talking about what could potentially be coming to Michigan's Adventure in the future. This is a pretty neglected Cedar Fair park. They haven't received any major attractions in quite a while. They have an okay lineup of roller coasters. Their main draw is their water park. And this is just overall a small family park that really could use some attention. So what I'm going to be doing is discussing what I could see at the park in their next 5 years. None of this is confirmed, this is all prediction. So before we get started, let's look at what they added in their last 5 years. And can I just say, it's not a lot. They added some flying scooters in 2013, and a small water park attraction in 2011, but other than that, they haven't really added anything. Most Cedar Fair parks are adding something new every year, but an exception can be made for Michigan's Adventure. They are pretty neglected. So what I'm going to be doing is looking at what I'd like to see at this park that could help revive it and bring more attention to the park. But I'm also looking at what I think is the most likely to come to this park. And so that's why we look at the last 5 years, because a lot of the times you can predict the future by looking at the past. So let's get started with 2016. The last roller coaster that Michigan's Adventure added was in 2008, which was a used Vekoma SLC. 2016 will have been 8 years since their last roller coaster. So it is time that they add a new one, and the ride that would be a perfect fit for the park would be a Hyper GTX by Chance Morgan. They have only built one of these rides, and that is Lightning Run at the Kentucky Kingdom, and everyone loves that ride. It's super fast, it's low to the ground, and it's a lot of fun. This would be a perfect fit for Michigan's Adventure. And it's been rumored that Cedar Fair could possibly be looking at this ride to install at this park. And I think it's very possible that they could go with this. It doesn't take up too much space, and because it's not very tall, it won't interfere with their height limit. However, if they decide not to go with this, I could see them going with a Gerstlauer Eurofighter. Also very compact, only this one goes upside down and has a vertical lift hill and a beyond vertical drop. I see this as the less likely option. I could see the Hyper GTX before the Eurofighter, but I think that either one of them would be a great fit. In 2017, I think that they will be expanding their water park. Michigan's Adventure is known for having a good water park, and it's also been rumored that they have bought some land back there that they will possibly be using for a water park expansion. So it would make sense that they would update their water park and add some new slides and make it better than it already is. In 2018, they need to add a kids area. I'm talking a Planet Snoopy or a Camp Snoopy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Michigan's Adventure is the only Cedar Fair park without this family ride area. This would be an absolutely great fit. It would attract more families to the park, and it would give them a lot of smaller rides that the park doesn't have. In 2019, they need to add a flat ride. Michigan's Adventure is lacking good roller coasters, but they're also lacking good flat rides. They don't even have a drop tower, and so in 2019, I think that is what they should add. It doesn't have to be too tall. However, this would be a thrill ride that would work great at the park. As for what type of drop tower, the 3 types of drop towers that I could see are an Intamin, an S&S, and a Larson. Cedar Fair hasn't really done anything with Intamin lately, so I see that as not a very likely option. However, Intamin is known for producing some good, forceful drop towers. S&S is also a possibility. And Larson, I think, is the least likely option of the 3. However, I could still see them going with that. And in 2020, they should probably add some new shows. I can't even remember the last time that they had a show at the park or even announced a new show. Every park needs to be well-rounded and have a good balance of roller coasters, family rides, and live entertainment. All they have to do is bring in one show, or they could go as far as building a new stage and having a few different shows. And if you look at what I am predicting for 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019, these are all pretty sizable investments. A new roller coaster, a water park expansion, an entire themed land, and a drop tower. They'll probably want to take a year off. And something like a new show isn't that expensive, especially when compared to a roller coaster or a Planet Snoopy. So just to recap, here's what I'm predicting for the next 5 years. If they added these things in the next 5 years, then this really would improve the park and bring in more attendance. This is a smaller Cedar Fair park, so I don't see them pouring in a whole lot of money into this park, but they can't completely ignore this park, and if they want to bring in more attendance and almost revive it, then this would be great.